Okay, as promised to one of my subscribers, they had asked if I could make the Wonder Bread egg white part with using real egg whites. So they didn't mention about using cream of tartar. Yep, that's my feet down there. So what I did was added about a 1/16 of a teaspoon, and I have here 4 farm fresh egg whites that I'm putting in. No water because I'm whipping up egg whites. So I'm going to turn on the mixer and whip it up to stiff peaks and then come back and tell you what the next part will do. Stand by. Here we go. Okay, it is done. We have a very, very volume stiff peak right now. So what I'm going to add is 4 ounces of Greek yogurt without the whey. I drained off the whey part, and let me add this in here next and stir it around. Stand by. Okay, I'm going to plop in the 4 ounces of sour cream. Sorry for the banging. Stand by. And now, with the handy dandy spatchy, I'm going to mix the Greek yogurt, thoroughly combine it with the egg whites. Stand by for the next step. Now, as you can see here, with one hand for filming, of course, I am putting into the prepared pan the egg white and Greek yogurt mixture. Stand by. Now, if you can remember from the last time that I made this loaf with the egg white powder, it was very squat. It's very small. Jack doesn't eat it. I eat it all by myself. So I eat, generally speaking, one of these loaves per week. This week, remember, I'm using egg whites from a chicken, not egg white powder, a 1/16 of a teaspoon of cream of tartar, no allulose for browning because I'm thinking there's enough natural sugar in the 4 ounces of Greek yogurt that has been drained of all the whey. So this baby is going into my countertop 350 degree oven for approximately 20 minutes. I'm going to watch it to make sure and ensure it doesn't burn. Stand by. And here we go. Out of the countertop oven comes the bread, egg white bread, that is. That looks beautiful. It's soft to the touch, bouncy. I think I like it. Let it cool in the pan. Take it out of the pan after 5 minutes and let it cool thoroughly before trying it. It's been 5 minutes and I'm going to take this bread out of the pan now. I expect there to be some moisture in the bottom of the pan, like usually what happens. See? Yep. This happens even to my dry egg whites. This seems like it's more moist than the dry egg whites though. Now check out the side view of this. In my opinion, I could have doubled this because of the egg whites. I could have used double of all the ingredients. Let's see if it unsticks from the parchment paper. Well, or not, especially because I am one-handed right now filming. Let me back it up. Yeah, she's very hot still. It feels light as a feather though. Super light as a feather. I'll be back after I unmold this loaf. Stand by. Okay, it came off the paper relatively easy, but I gotta be frank with you. I believe because of all the wetness that I saw, holy cats, this is still hot. Of all the wetness that I have in the bottom of this pan, using wet egg whites, I do like the texture that the dry egg whites offer to me. I like it. That little piece, it tastes good. Now, to me, it tastes sweet. There is nothing in here, no form of sweetener, nothing. It tastes sweet, and it's probably because of the Greek yogurt, but super, super wet. Very, very wet. Wet on the bottom. Yeah, this guy's got to dry up and cool off a little bit more. Holy cats, I have to put it on a wire rack. She's hot. Okay, now while it's on the wire rack, I'll let it thoroughly cool, completely cool, and then try it after a while and see if it's still wet. I'm not going to waste it, even if I have to cut it lengthwise and have a super large sandwich. Remember, I'm doing this for a subscriber to see if it's possible to make the 3-ingredient, light as a feather, Wonder Bread for Carnivore. So now we wait. Well, this is the bread. It has been an hour and a half. Put it on a wire rack. It's about 1.5 inches tall. Way different than the 4 inches that it came out of the oven. And it is super wet. So I'm leaving this out on the counter tonight to see what the condition's going to be like of this bread tomorrow, if it'll be able to be toasted. I'm not going to get rid of it because, well, eggs are expensive. And I really want to see what it tastes like. Push comes to shove, I will make Carnivore French toast out of it tomorrow. So it is what it is for tonight. Super wet. And if I don't do the fails, you'll never learn. So I will not be making this one with egg whites from a chicken. I don't think ever. I do enjoy the egg white powder bread I make, but I have to try it for my peeps. Okay, so it's Monday morning at 10 minutes to 11. Just about to head out right now, and I wanted to show you the status. I did not make the French toast sticks out of this bread like was my intention last night. The bread is still a little bit damp. I had it all night on this rack drying up. So what I'm going to do is place it into this glass lock and lock and put it in the refrigerator overnight. And maybe tomorrow I will make these as French toast sticks in the morning. So stay tuned. Do you hear the birds? It's so exciting! Spring is almost here. Pay no attention to that 17-foot frozen solid as a rock lake behind me. I'm going inside to finish off the bread that was suggested by one of my subscribers. So come on inside and let's do some cooking. Thanks for tuning in. Why am I crouching? It's because I don't feel like futzing with my camera or my tripod, because I don't like to do the editing of the videos, in case you haven't figured it out yet. Hey, I am so excited to finally bring you this recipe for a subscriber's suggestion to me about my egg white bread and what I decided to do with it. Now, you've already seen so far in the video what has the process gotten us from there to here. Now you're seeing my version of what I'm doing with this bread. Here goes. No more face, just hands and talking. Here's the bread. It's been resting for a week because, as you know, the bread is very squat. It just whoosh, deflated. I'm not a chemist. I'm not a nutritionist. I don't know the principles around the food, but it is what it is. So when you're given lemons, or shall I say egg whites, you gotta make the best of what you can with what you have. We'll put that there for right now. I'm going to make a custard. I have 4 egg yolks here, about half of an ounce of vanilla extract, 4 ounces of heavy whipped cream that I'm going to add one at a time, just to see what the consistency is. I do want it custardy. Custardy, is that even a word? It is now. And I want it to be able to soak into this bread right here. This is the current consistency. It almost looks like a keto chow shake. So we have to loosen it up a little bit so it gets well absorbed by the bread. Oh, this is much better. Much looser, much better. So now what I'm going to do is cut my bread up into slices and come right back. All right, I have the bread sliced up into slices, and as you'll see, it does look like bread, doesn't it? But it's a little baby bread. It's so cute. Look at this little cute baby bread. Baby bread, baby bread. I cut it up into little fingers. Yeah, that's it. Baby bread fingers. Kept it in the pan. And what I want to do is give it a couple of stabs into the little fingers from the top, of course, going all the way down to the bottom as channels for this custard. Pour the custard in here and give it a couple of minutes to soak right in, and I'll be back for the next step. Okay, that was about lapse time of 2 minutes, and I think the bread has gotten pretty well soaked, as you can see. There we go. I think it's soaked in very well. Now what I'm going to do is put it on the stove in the frying pan and fry it up. French toast sticks style. Carnivore French toast sticks, that is. And here they are, frying in the butter on top of the stove. So it just started, so there's a lot of spitting and spackling and sizzling coming out of the pan right now. I'll keep it just like this for 1 minute and then flip it and show you the side. Now, just looking at these, they really do look like the bread version of French toast sticks. They're not sticking in the pan. Of course, I used a non-stick, non-Teflon pan for this, but it smells wonderful in this kitchen right now as these are cooking. I'm going to flip them again. Wowzers, these are looking better and better the more I flip these. Fantastic. Here's the last flip that I did, and they're ready to be plated. And it smells glorious in here. And here they are, plated up, the Canivore French toast sticks with the Lakanto maple syrup making a rare appearance. Let's try it now. Look at these lovely French toast fingers. I think I'm going to be pleasantly surprised. Hello, Lakanto. This is not Canivore. I get it. Don't yell at me. We're going to put a drop on there, literally, to see if it tastes like my childhood. Oh. If I got this in a restaurant, I would not know that this wasn't bread. This is that good. Another drop. See, just a little dab will do ya. Wow. Look at the fine crumb it has. Just like bread. So, cheers to my subscriber that suggested me to make these with egg whites as opposed to egg white powder. What I thought was going to be a fail in the recipe came out glorious. Use this to fool your family in thinking that they are eating real French toast. This is healthier for them, a whole lot more protein, and tastes like a copycat. It really does. Thanks for watching. And to my subscriber, thumbs up to you. Thank you very much. It's a win. It isn't the fastest recipe. Feel free to make your own modifications to this, what you just saw in this video. But what you saw in the video, my mouth to God's ears, winner, winner, French toast stick. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Enjoy.